All right. Greetings, folks. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing all right. Happy 4th of July. It's not really my concern right now, but yeah, I didn't see anything up there that looked like that, though. They ain't got nothing going on. I don't know if they will later, but I'm not willing to wait around that long. I got to get back over here. Um, but it's all good. A couple of things are coming together gradually. Us, we're just gonna stick to the scripted key. When I get in here, get into this conversation with y'all, and I want to talk to y'all about all this so that y'all understand part of why we do this and what all is happening and what all is going on. Let me see if I can get through here without any trouble. Gonna go or not, dude? All right, you're just gonna sit there. I'm not gonna sit here. They look like they're gonna have some food right there, but I think that's for them. See, Batman is smart though. Batman's gonna go out and get it, figure out some way to get something in my system. And I'm scared I'll try to do the same thing every day because I'm smart until I get to my check. Shout out to the few people who do try to help me along the way. You are a blessing. Um, yeah, like I said, I just keep my faith in God and keep pushing. There we go. I don't know if there were some folks from like way up on the highway honking for me a minute ago. I don't know if it was for me or just because it's 4th of July, but they were honking loud as hell, nonstop while they were on the highway. It was crazy. I think it's gonna get packed over here tonight. I have a feeling that there will be free food and stuff, but I ain't trying to be out like that. I mean, I don't think I'm not gonna sit around and wait that long, bro. That's a long time, man. Probably hours. I'm all right. But yeah, nah. I got stuff to do, bro. Got to take care of myself. I generally don't just be, you know, chilling around, hanging around. It's just not my thing anymore. Go out, do my job, do what I need to do for the day, call it a day. That's it. You know what I mean? I'll probably try to take some videos up here if I can. I'm just so tired of doing everything by myself, man. Like I'm trying to carry this like right now and I can't because it's just they just make one person do everything, man. It's always the same problem, bro. It's always the same people too. So tired of it. It's this hard to get help to do things. It's just selfishness, self-centeredness. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. It should have never been like this, ever. And it's because these folks are delusional and they don't understand basic reality. But it's all good. When the federal lawsuit is filed and all these federal indictments go through and these people have to go to prison, they'll understand then. Real talk. You just cannot treat folks like this. You can't, especially when it's recurring and you keep doing it and you don't even process how wrong you are and how wrong it is. Doesn't make any sense, man. But like I said, we're going to keep on doing us. What I want to talk about right now, right, is the fact that, how do I put this? Here, I'm just going to carry this one too. Try to. But what I want to talk about is basic reality that, well, number one, I'm old school, man. I'm a lot like my dad. I grew up listening to my dad, even though I'm from a little bit younger generation, right? I grew up listening to him, so I learned a lot. They gawking, staring at the Batman instead of going on about their business. You know, like it's cool to an extent. It's like a joke. It's like when a joke is funny for the first 100 times and then it starts to get old. Like I'm way past the point of it all being old because those folks are not doing anything for me now. If they were donating and there was a ton of financial support coming in, I would have no issue with it. I would love it. But the fact that people won't do nothing, that's not cool, man. You know. So I understand that people are struggling, you know, but it just the thing is, you know, the real truth is that all these other people, they've had a luxury that I was never afforded. Truth is that most people at this point in the game legitimately, honestly, should not be struggling. They just shouldn't be because they've had so many years to get it together. Give them a wave. They've had so many years to get it together and get their act together, and they weren't going through all this stuff I was going through. So it's like there's realistically no excuse, right? Because, well, you know, you should have had it together by now. It's been years, decades that have gone by. I don't understand that. Like, I really don't. When you have a system that's designed to help you and everybody's had ample opportunity nonstop, it just doesn't make sense. If you're struggling right now, and I'm just being realistic, I mean, after this many years, that doesn't add up. You're doing something wrong. Something ain't right. But I guess it's just the concept that people don't think like me and they'll really live paycheck to paycheck. Like I never have and never will. That's why I don't like this right now. Like I love what I'm doing, but like I've never lived paycheck to paycheck. That ain't how I do things. And I still have the capability to build everything with what I'm doing. So it just is what it is. I'm gonna have to try to figure it out as I go here. Like I said, I don't even know about paying the phone this next time around. I might have to find a place that has Wi-Fi out here and learn how to go sit down there and upload my videos every day like that when I get done. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I just would like to have a phone plan, you know, but that's what I'm saying. As soon as I get my check, that'll take most of the money out of that check. And then I'll be left with like 100 and something. That's it. Then I got to get through a whole nother like 2 months. That's the thing. This company needs to change how they pay their employees. Inexcusable. There's no reason why I should be in this position. I've been doing this for 2 years plus. They owe me $1,000 bonus. Make it make sense, bro. Hold up. But you know what? It's all good all the time. It's always all good. Still all good. We still pushing. We still pushing. We still trucking. We still moving forward. All these folks are doing nothing, making no progress. Yes, this is not your lane. We're driving like you own the lane. This is not your lane. No. Yeah, no, not your lane. So again, folks got to make sense. See, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. That's the ignorance down here. Doesn't even need to be explained. It's common sense. You know, it's one thing to impede. It's another to act like you own something. You understand, or have this like actual arrogance and pompous attitude. Like these people don't rule the road. You understand? I hear dogs. Oh, that's back there. Yeah, no. When these folks are driving, y'all need to stay in your lane, buddy. There you go. There's another honk from the highway. It's not difficult. This is not your lane. This is for walking and bikes. It is not your lane. So yeah, like I said, we're going to continue to remind them out here until they face every day what it is, how reality works, right? We're going to continue to remind people of reality and how the law works. It is what it is. But like I said, I want to respond to a couple of things if I can remember what I was listening to. And I'm not going to name names, but, you know, here's the deal, man. I mean, to the dude over there who keeps running his mouth, the 300-pound tuna, right? I mean, brother, listen, if you just issue an actual public apology to me, right? I want an actual video apology. If you issue a public apology now and don't wait to do it later when it's convenient for you, when I have all the money, right? Like I said, it shouldn't be about money, it should be genuine. If you want to issue a public apology, make an actual video, public apology video to Tyree Sneed, sign and date it, right? And if you want to do that, all right, to the 300-pound tuna, right, I will consider giving you an opportunity because Christine is negotiating settlement for 6.8 million guaranteed. So I'm going to be in the position to help all these people, and I'm going to help. I'm going to help the Valley. I'm going to help all the people that did anything for me, even if it was just a little something. I'm going to return everything in tenfold. That's what people don't understand. I'm really the chosen one. I'm really the Son of Man, the Son of God. And I know that through me, God is testing people to see where their heart's at. But you have to apologize genuinely, not because of money. But I noticed that when you talk, you actually have a mind to you. You understand? And we can utilize that, and we could use that, and we could create an opportunity for you. You understand? So if you want to issue a public apology, like I've stated, and do it exactly the way I said it, format it that way, I will consider offering you an actual opportunity when we have all the money and Christina's here with me. You understand? Because we'll be building companies. And that was one of my ideas for a company a long time ago. Actually, was a company that does ideas and builds ideas and creates inventions. You understand? And we could get people involved. I really think people would like working for my company and working for a company like that that's fun. And that's basically just what you have to do. You have to make it fun at some point for the people in the public. Because if you don't, people are going to get tired of it. Like they get tired every day. The hell was that? Weird. But yeah, you know, folks get tired of the same old job attitude, the same monotony. Everybody gets tired of it, man. We're sick of it. We've been sick of it. You know, my job, fortunately, is fun. And I think a lot of these folks are mad at me because of it, because their job isn't fun and mine is. You know, so don't worry about me. I'm making money over here. I'm doing my thing, doing my thizzle. It's just they take forever to pay. So I'm trying to get by through the struggle right now till the 21st to the 26th. So hopefully my bank account can be just barely okay enough where I can get my check without issue. And then the whole show starts again. And like I said, I've been Batman 2+ years and accomplished everything. And like I said, I mean, once I get to that point, I'm just going to be stronger and stronger because all these trials and tribulations God put me through and things I went through, even if they weren't all from God, but everything happens for a reason, you know, but I'll be stronger than ever, right? Be stronger than ever. I'll be in a whole new, but there's another one who can't drive. They're just sitting there. Don't know how to turn the wheel. Like it's that difficult. It's unbelievable, man. Like, what are you just stopping for? if you're not doing anything. It don't make no sense. Folks be doing weird driving habits. We're gonna call them all out on here. I've had enough, because that's what they do. They got an energy. They'll come around you, and then they'll try to play victim or something, or act like you're doing something wrong. Like, no, you coming around me. You approaching me with your ignorance and your nonsense. Get the hell away from me. Like, real talk. It's weird. Back up. Learn how to give people a distance. Learn respect. Learn morals. Learn what lane is yours. Stay in your lane. It's not difficult. We're going to keep telling you. Nobody's scared to tell y'all what it is. These folks down here, they don't know what they're doing. It's just the truth. And it's been excused for way too long. It's enabled behavior. But like I said, we know the law. We know how it really works. We know actual reality. And we'll continue to enforce reality, right, nonstop. Like I said, it's just like these folks on the internet. They cannot handle or deal with basic reality. I'm going to tell you one thing. I know this taco joint here is drug funded. I know that for a fact. I have a gift of intuition. I'm telling you, I looked in that lady's eyes and you could just see it in her eyes. Like, that lady is doing all sorts of criminal activity. I'm just telling you, it's written all over. That one right there is a problem. I don't know if she's still there. I don't really go in there. But yeah, they're ridiculous. I remember one time they tried to they had me sitting there, and I had money. Money wasn't the issue. They had me sitting there for a while trying to figure out, because they had some little, I don't know if they had a little sign that like ain't even in the front, and you can't see, about something about paying with cash or something. So the card payment took forever because stuff don't work. Probably because of that, because they probably purchase everything illegally and they're buying garbage, right? Or getting it for free because they're cheap, right? And literally their POS system or whatever was exactly that, a POS. Right? I always thought that was funny how they're called POS systems, and then half of them, that's exactly what they are, POS. And their POS system, that's what it is, piece of what? And their POS system took forever. So I had to sit there for like an hour or something. I got tired of it, right? And I made sure I paid them, but I had to like make phone calls and stuff to get it figured out, and people had to bring me cash. It was a whole problem. And it's like, dude, I had all the money on the card right there. Like, you took forever and you couldn't even process a card payment. Like, what the hell? Like, restaurants really can't do that. That's really not legal. You can't just stop processing card payments. You're a restaurant, bro. I mean, I've heard of corner stores maybe here and there, like this, the Stripes do it all the time. It's still wrong and not right. Right? But like, as far as a restaurant, restaurant shouldn't be doing that. So, like I said, at the end of the day, right, this is what it is. We're going to keep on pushing, keep on progressing, keep on moving forward, keep on through the struggle, keep on keeping faith, and do the best that we can. And like I said, what I'm doing is for all of you, all these people out here, everybody. If I win, you win. And that's the thing. People need to change their attitude in the public. People are so quick to be, saying jealousy, envy, to hate, instead of just, actually standing up for what's right and supporting someone who's standing up for them, standing up for your rights, standing up for what is right, and actually, maintaining your civil liberties for you. You don't have the heart to stand up for yourself. Like I said, as a society, we could all come together. All these people could start boycotting all these jobs, even out here. And if all of you just stopped working tomorrow because, well, the Batman said so, or well, let's not blame it on me, but let's pretend here. You heard the Batman say something, and if all of you boycotted your jobs every day and you stopped working completely, right, then we would be able to have financial freedom. We could build our own banks, our own banking institutions as a community. We could boycott all these businesses and get them to leave, right, literally. Right? We don't need them. We could have the money for ourselves and the resources for ourselves. Why haven't people thought of this? Why haven't people done this? Literally, it's been the financial structure that people have tried to teach in the past, and the government hates it. It's the last thing the government wants. A lot of those people went through crazy things, right? Literally, because the government will target anybody who's teaching people independent thought. You understand? That's why I always bring up these ancient cultures like Tartaria that I represent and all these different things, because just like the Antarctic land masses and Antarctica and all that nonsense, right? Because it's what's real. Like I said, we're trying to build a new society, man. We literally could create our own bank. We could create our own banking system. I just waved it then. They were filming a video. We could create our own banking institution, banking system, financial institution, everything. I am hopped up on too much caffeine right now. But like I said, if we could get people to do that and come together, I mean, you're talking about limitless potential here, brother. And that's the whole thing. Like, if we had a system like that, it would have helped me tremendously right now, right? I would have had something to fall back on. And that's been my whole thing. I just think outside the box. I'm not selfish. I was never trying to be a rich guy. If I wanted to be rich, man, I could have sat here and had limitless money. You understand? And I mean, I had to live life and I had a point to prove, which was that I was real and as real as they come. And I proved my point and now I'm Batman. So no, I'm doing things right. You know, had I just sat there and been a yuppie snob, what I could have been, I mean, I could have had money. I could have probably helped people, but I wouldn't have had the right mentality. I wouldn't have known any better. I would have been like a lot of these people, like not necessarily, I wasn't really selfish, but I just didn't understand the concepts that I understand now. You know, I wasn't on my journey with God. At the time, I was doing it without God. This time around, I'm doing it with God. Everything is so much different. You know, my life feels so much more complete now than when I had over $300,000 in the bank. Seriously, I was very empty. And I realized that. You know, I was still a good person. I was an extremely good person. I had a heart. I would help people. I'd pay for everything for everybody. I took care of people. I did everything. But, you know, I just think that my connection with God has grown so much and evolved, you know, to a whole nother extent. And just being honest, I feel way more complete, happier, and more wholesome as a person now, even with the struggle I go through, pain, suffering, whatever, than when I had all that money. The problem with people in this society is they want to act like when you get money, they want to act like it, you know, like it means anything. They want to pretend, oh, you got some money, now you don't have any problems. Couldn't be farther from the truth. Couldn't be farther from the truth. You understand? Money doesn't solve problems. If anything, it's more money, more problems. Feel what I'm saying? So people just got to understand what it is and basic reality, right? And I don't know, they just got to acknowledge the truth, and that's it. You know, once you face the truth, that's what really wakes you up and gets you to another point. But like I said, the point is to reach the level I'm at, to reach ascension. The point of life is to reach ascension, to ascend. It's all that matters. And there has to be a certain, there we go, another honk. There has to be a certain number of people who ascend. I don't even think it has to be that high of a percentage, they said, but they stated at one point that it had to be a certain percentage of humans that would have to ascend. And that something, I don't know if it's like with aliens or what, but there's some kind of agreement or something, some way it works. You know, I don't know. But I know if enough ascend, then it like helps the world or something. I don't know. I can't remember the whole thing. It was a video I was watching, but all those stuff is real, man. A lot of those videos are the truth. Y'all want to be like things on the internet you can't believe, things in reality you can't believe. I mean, do you put your faith in Elon Tusk? I mean, he represents AI. He's literally a cog puppet. He's a precog, like in Minority Report. That's all he is. He's a precog. He's precog being used by the system. Except he's not a prophet like me, you know. He's being used by the system. If anyone's like a precog, literally, it's me. Y'all remember the precogs in Minority Report? I have a gift like the precogs. I can see things. I have visions. I can see the future. I can predict the future. You know, you got people right now all over social media. Now they're trying to hop on my bandwagon and repeat things that they heard me say. I mean, that's up to you. I could really care less. I mean, I don't need your validation, but because the things I'm saying, they know they're true. Yeah, no, these things are all happening for a reason. I wish nothing but good on everybody. Like I said to that other dude, I just offered him an opportunity. Like, you seem like you want to be a businessman. You know, I see that you're clearly an alcoholic. You've been in and out of prison for running your mouth. You want to project and say that other people run their mouth, but it's all you do. You want to talk tough online. Brother, you don't have to talk tough online. Okay? Again, I own my own boxing league. All you got to do is pull up and sign the waiver, brother. Okay? But you're not built like that. You're just not tough. You know, my dream life, okay, well, it's just with Christina, okay. After that, it's, you know, having money, right, and being with Christina. Everything revolves around Christina. I mean, that's my dream life, right? But and with God always in the picture, you know, God is everything. But and that's what I'm gonna have. But my whole point is just, how do I put this? My dream life for a long time, and what I'm gonna have is, I honestly, at one point, I wanted to live on Wall Street, and I wanted to be a stockbroker. Okay, hold on. Got something itching. That's all I wanted to do, was trade stocks and do, you know, like boxing and UFC and MMA. Now it's going to be more, I do that as training and practice as a hobby to prepare for what I'm doing in the streets as Batman. I mean, this is going to be my dream life. This is what people don't get. You know, you live life to achieve your dream life. It doesn't mean that you're going to have money all the time. And that's all I'm saying, is I'm saying concepts that make sense, and these folks don't make any, and they want to tell me, they want to just disagree to disagree with everything I say. Well, that's why you can't afford a hot dog. See what I'm saying? That's why you don't own any equity like me. That's why you're always poor. That's why you're miserable. Answers are staring you in the face. I'm your mirror. They're right in front of you. You are to blame for every decision y'all have made. Feel me? It's just the truth. But like I said, that was what I pictured my dream life was before, back in the day. Trading stocks, probably living on Wall Street, right? And, you know, kind of living like Wolf of Wall Street, basically. You understand? Since pretty much I was the original of that anyway, and they want to hide the truth from you, but I did it all legally the right way, like followed the law. Like, I'm a financial connoisseur. I'm a genius when it comes to systems, any system, stock systems, gambling, blackjack systems. I could probably figure out poker. I think I won like $100 in poker before. I need to read about. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start studying poker. I think that's what I'm going to do with some of my time now. I'm going to start studying how to play poker. Might as well. I got plenty of time on my hands. I'm going to study how to play poker because I know I could be the best at it. And it always seemed real complicated to me. I never understood it. I still don't. Blackjack, however, I'm a master at. I found that out when I was a little kid because I had this little keypad game. It was just like a little keypad, you know, it looked like a little booklet, like a checkbook. And you'd open it up and it was a little computer system. And it would run automated just for blackjack. And these people, I swear, bro, it's unbelievable. The lack of empathy and know-how. Like, you're not serious right now, right? So again, unbelievable, dude. So again, it was like a little keypad, and I would open it up, and I didn't even know what it was when I was a kid. I just figured it out. Somebody gave it to me or something. I grabbed it, and man, I fell in love with it because I just started playing blackjack on it, and I realized it was blackjack. I don't know if it said it on there, or I asked, or someone told me, but it was just the game. You have to make it to 21. You couldn't go over. And if you went under, unless you had a better hand than the other player, you lost. Right. And I just was really good at it as a kid. And that's all I did. I just played blackjack on that little thing as a kid. And I actually pretty much made a living off gambling in Vegas twice. I did very well at the time. The house always wins, yes. I mean, but they had to rig everything both times. They rigged everything. They targeted me. Everything. They wrote down my social. That's what they do. When you're doing too well and you're too good at it, and they realize you have a gift, they target you. Then, of course, they're going to try to say that you're doing something you're not or whatever, which they couldn't do with me because I'm literally playing just off intuition, right? But they target me, and then I can't win a hand for like a million hands. Like, I swear that the machine underneath those tables, I'm pretty positive it can move the deck and switch cards around. That's what I think they're doing. That's why they have cameras on every table. So they'll write down your social, and they figure out who you are, and they start targeting you like anything. So they're not playing the game fairly. I can feel that that's what happened. It happened twice to me. But before that, I did things nobody's ever done in Vegas casinos and blackjack, and I'm good to go to every casino. I've met the guys, like, I don't know what his name was, like Zephyr or something. I met those guys. Those guys were driving Lyft and Uber, the guys who were banned from the casino, and they were counting cards. And I met them in person, and they told me their story while they were driving. And they're banned from like every casino basically in Vegas because they were counting cards. I don't know how to count cards, never needed to, will never try, don't have any interest in it. You understand? Nor do I think it would really work. I think that's silly to think that you could use mathematics with something like that. That's too much work anyway. So no, I just go off my gut, off intuition. Like I said, I had a vision one time when I went to a Russian roulette table. I put down 25 on black 8. I closed my eyes and I basically asked God to give me the vision of what number. I heard black 8. I put it on black 8. $25 made a grand just like that in 5 seconds. I have a gift. I have a connection to something, to God and to source. Okay. So, people would gather around watching me play blackjack because I'd have red chips stacked up so high. It was unbelievable. And I'm talking about sets of them. And that's what I would do. I would kind of inch my way up with the small chips, and then I'd go all in, or not all in, but I'd take a big chunk. I'd win. Then I'd have a bunch more chips. Then I'd take a portion of that, play with that. The same thing. Put a whole bunch up, win again. And I have a formula. It's all taking risk. It's all of intuition. See, this life is a risk, period. I mean, you're taking risks the minute you're born. So why would you not use risk to your advantage? You're either going to win or you're going to lose. I didn't lose in Vegas. I won. You understand? And I learned something and learned that I had a skill while I lived the life out there and did whatever I wanted. I'm talking Krispy Kreme donuts any night I wanted, after all the clubs, you know what I mean? Did everything I wanted, everything. Got the best of everything, best clothes, best suits money can buy, balling out of control. My shoes were worth like $5,000. Remember I had those spike shoes? I think they're in that car that I left out there with the guy. He owns the dealership, but I own the car and it's paid for cash. And, I can't do anything until I get money and I'm able to get a hold of him and see if he still has it for me or what. But it's my car. I own it. So, and, the thing is too, those dealerships, they were doing a lot of malpractice and they don't want to give you the right things. Like they literally don't mail the plates to the right place because I was in movement, moving around. Everything they do is wrong, those dealerships, and in the future, whenever I buy a car, I'm going to make sure they get all the paperwork 100% straight. I want everything there, or I want to know what mailing address it's being sent to, and that's all. I used to have that P.O. box and all that. I got rid of that. I quit paying it, so it should have turned out. And they used to get mad, too, because they had a whole bunch of mail up there from me, I guess, and I never picked it up. I mean, it ain't my fault. I got too much going on. That's the thing. They never let me get on my feet, right? And I've never really lost anything. That's about the only thing I stopped paying on. I looked at the website, too. So if people don't get, I got things going on for me all over the country. Like, I'm telling you the truth when I say I run things coast to coast. So, like, I checked out the website. My website is good. TyreSneed.com. I own it. It's good till I think October or something, or August. I'm thinking it's October. I think it's a little later than August. I think it's like October something. So it's still good. Should still be active. I own it. I just never had the $20 to spare right now to put out the site. Well, I mean, I did. I put it out several months, but I shouldn't have even wasted that money doing it because it didn't sell because y'all don't want to buy my music because you're jealous. That's all it is. So it is what it is, but I put it out when I want. It's about $18-20 for a month, and I take it down, but I own the domain. The domain, again, is listed at $1,747. So when I tell you I got a website worth like 2 G's, I'm not lying about anything. I never do. TyreSneed.com. And again, I'm offering to anyone in the public, if you want to buy it, just donate me anything on Cash App and say you want to buy it, right? And what I'll do, you can leave your email, and what I'll do is I'll list it for sale. And then all you got to do, I'll talk about it on here. Just don't waste my time. You need to do it quickly if you offer that. So you donate, you send me a message or something, say you want to buy it, you have the money. It's 1,007.47 it's listed at. I don't know if I can change the price. I might be able to sell a little higher, a little lower. I don't know, but I'm going to sell it for at least that if I can. Right? But that's if I sell it. I don't really want to sell it. That's the thing. I have assets and equity to attach to my name. These are assets, man. Like, these are real assets. That's an asset. And y'all don't get, I can make a living selling websites if I want, because I'm a great internet marketer and I promote without trying. This is why I've climbed on here. I'm a connoisseur financially. So this is the future, digital entertainment, digital money. This is my job. This is my career. And I just turned it into me being Batman and being an enforcer in the street. I combined all my talents. I'm literally a genius. Okay. So I'm just saying, if anyone wants to actually buy it, you better get on it and hurry up. You know, because I'm only thinking about and considering this right now while I'm in this position. The minute that God pulls me out of this struggle, and all these ratings and downloads keep saying the struggle is over and things are going to get better, if that's true, you might want to get on this now, because you can take advantage. That's what y'all like to do, right? Go ahead, take advantage of me and what I'm offering. I don't mind, because I'll get at least like 1,747 bucks from it, and then I can go ahead and get my bus ticket, get the hell on up out of here, and get on up to Austin and these other cities. I would literally take a trip. I'd probably go all the way up to New York and just try to survive out there with nothing on the street, just to see what it's like. I'm not scared of the world, man. I'll go put myself in real positions. I don't think that's the smartest decision right now. I mean, obviously, I'd probably try somewhere I know better first. You know, I'd probably go to Austin to start, but I would have money in that case. So if anyone wants to buy it, see, this is the thing. Y'all want to always say things, and I proved everything you said wrong. You want to always run your mouth about money. It was you people who said these things, not me. All I say is things that bring people up and help people. I put money in people's pockets my whole life. I paid for everything for I built everybody's entire life. I was everyone's support system, paid for everything, bought everything for everyone. So people are just ungrateful. So again, people owe me thousands of dollars to date. Nobody's paying. If you all want to buy that, I mean, all the things you said, then you should have $2,000 on hand like it ain't nothing, right? Because y'all all talk about money. Here's your chance to prove me wrong and put your money where your mouth is, right? And in the process of proving me wrong, you can purchase TyreSneed.com, a huge worldwide website. It's worldwide, right? Because, you know, the lies that people like Dame Dash try to say, they don't exist. But the things that I'm saying are all true, and I am what Dame Dash portrays, just like I am what 50 Cent portrays. So I have a digital asset here. It's actual asset. It's considered equity. Just like the conglomerate company, Sneed Enterprises, I'm going to build is going to specialize in equity. Things like that, we're going to acquire websites, land, just like everything I already have. I'm just taking my hustle and I'm commercializing it as e-commerce and making it an actual business at some point called Sneed Enterprises, a big conglomerate company that just purchases and takes everything. So I'll be buying cars, jewelry. I'm going to have so much everything. We're just going to stock up on equity and assets. So if people like the 300-pound tuna, like Rob Wack, want to be a part of that, and you want to be a mouthpiece for the company because you want to talk and you like to talk, right? If you do this public apology video, sir, because you see everything is legit over here, I'm official tissue and it's all real money always. I never lied about nothing, and I'm really Batman, meaning that I always was rich, right? And I still am technically with equity, even though I was targeted, I held on to everything, right? Pretty much, right? I haven't really ever taken any losses, especially financially. Never. I never took a loss. You'll never hear me say like that other dude, oh, I lost $5,000. Never. I don't lose no money. I used to pay for lawyers cost 5 G's. And that's 5 G's is what I used to toss to my attorneys. Like it ain't right here, because I'm a boss. I'm a gangster, right? So at the end of the day, like I said, if he wants to issue that public apology video, I'll consider giving you a position within my huge conglomerate company and maybe some other companies. We're going to build restaurants. So, I mean, someone like that, I mean, I don't have nothing against you, man. I'm just telling you reality. You know, I'm the type of guy I would actually help you and try to put you on and offer you an opportunity because I feel sorry for you, man, if you want me to be honest. I mean, I really do. I feel bad for the dude, even though he's a horrible person. I just feel bad for him. I feel like I would just help him out the goodness of my heart, regardless of how he feels about me, and he acts like he's mad and this and that. So there's two ladies that are like, Batman, like older ladies that said hi. I'm always nice to everybody, man. Like I said, I'm a good dude. I just going through a lot, you know what I mean? Having a hard time because they're all, doing it intentionally. And I have every right to feel how I do. And I'm actually being very calm as usual. Anybody else would have gone ballistic already. Right? They would have lost it all. They would have said, I'm like, people would have lost it. Right? But I'm really patient. So that's all these people have proven is that I'm the most patient guy in existence. But let me explain this offer to you again, Mr. Rob Black. Okay. Christine is negotiating a settlement for a guaranteed $6.8 million. I don't owe you nothing. I don't have to do nothing for you. Out of the goodness of my heart, Rob Wack, because I'm not like you, I'm not a bad person. All my karma is so pure and good. The universe is protecting me on a whole nother level. Okay? Today there was a dude spraying chemicals on the grass. My cape is right near the grass. My cape touched my burrito. Hopefully I'll be all right. You know, there's things out of my control because people make me do everything by myself. See the issue? It puts everything that I have, in jeopardy, on the line for no reason every day. But my divine protection, I know, is at a higher level. So I just keep pushing and try not to worry. Worry doesn't do anything anyway. Right. So the offer here, Mr. Rob Black, since you clearly have a passion for speaking publicly, I want to see you do well, man. I don't have anything against you, despite what you said, right, about me surviving the thing with the truck or whatever. So I can actually help you and put you on and give you a huge opportunity. Okay, and this is how God works and how the world works. The guy that you say all these things about, disparaging lies, is the guy who actually can and will help you, and the only one who would want to help you. And you have no one else to turn to, no friends. Your family probably disowned you. I mean, look at you and how you act, right? You're calling people a loudmouth and a motor mouth, but all you do is run your mouth, right? So we're talking about two topics. We're talking about my website domain name right now, and we're talking about everything else coming in the future. So, like I said, if you will issue a public apology video and apologize genuinely for what you said and take it back, that's all you got to do is say, I take back what I said, right? And we're good. And, we can talk. I won't be talking on your channel. You got too many trolls. If you wanted to come on mine, you could potentially come over here, but you're going to have to follow the rules to a T or I'll delete the show. And that's it. It's really not that big of a deal. But, basically, I can offer you an opportunity. You could be a spokesperson for Sneed Enterprises. If you know mechanics, you say you have gifts. If you know mechanics, see, this is what I do. I take the people that people would think that the world forgot about, and I give them opportunities. Because it's people like me, like that is me, people like that, like, even despite the fact that he's not a good person, he's not like me, but that is me. I mean, people that the world forgot about that, people generally don't care about, even if he deserves it. I don't want to see that one. So, like I said, no, I'm a nice guy. I'm offering you an opportunity, saying you could be the mouthpiece spokesperson, one of them, for Sneed Enterprises. I can give you that. You have a gift to gab. You could talk. I could see you sitting down with clients, and then you'd have everything you want. This is the same opportunity I offered to Lee Owens, Steve Styles, okay, before everything happened to and with him. right? And he was taking money from the red triangles to hate on me. I'm offering you an opportunity, Rob Wack, 300-pound tuna, okay? And I'm not joking. It's a real opportunity. And he could sit down and he could be one of the mouthpiece spokespersons for Snead Enterprise. And all you would do is get clients and we would attain more and more equity. You would have everything you want. You want to work on a record label, we can do that. Any idea you have, I'll help you with and we can build it for you, right? The only thing I ask is that you change your lifestyle and your ways and you do everything legally. You understand? You want to smoke, drink, all that, whatever you do, that's perfectly fine. All that other stuff, don't do it around me. I don't want to see it. None of that. Okay? Smoking and drinking, don't really care about it. I can tolerate that. Right? Just, I still wouldn't want you smoking around me all the time. I don't want to breathe it. You know what I mean? Because I don't smoke. Right? Just like right now, I don't really drink at all. You know what I mean? But my whole point is anything else, I don't want to hear about it. Don't bring it near me. That's all I ask. Right? If you work for my company, I want to make sure that you're doing everything legally, right? And that's all. So, I mean, you just have to change your lifestyle, change your ways. You could potentially be looking at a real opportunity with Snead Enterprises as a mouthpiece. Now, the other thing you have to do is get away from the red triangles, completely get out of communication with them. Do not let any of them on your show. And like I said, these people don't have enough willpower to do just that, to say, I'm going to get away from people who don't like me. The people who got Rob Wack locked up in prison are the red triangles. Vic Damone, right? And this will come out in the federal lawsuit, and they may actually look at federal indictments for this. Vic Damone was one. He set you up. Yeah, all those people were involved. Who's the other one? What's her name? Like Trisha Licious or whatever that one that you keep talking about and you acted like it's a big deal, and she's literally looks like a like ribbit. Like, yeah, I don't know what that was about, but yeah, that crazy lady. She could be also looking at charges because what'll happen is they'll actually investigate that issue. They're going to have to, and they'll figure out, yeah, it was still your fault. You did something very wrong. You were running your mouth and saying things that were totally off the wall and uncalled for, but still they set you up. And if that comes out in a courtroom, well, I'm pretty sure that's still illegal. You can't do that. So Vic Damone has stuff to worry about with that. Hold on. The other one has stuff to worry about with that. So see, I could actually help you, right? You could actually receive a settlement maybe even for them setting you up and playing a part and when you went to prison this last time. It's your choice. You want to do the right thing. You change your life, come to God. That's all I ask. Come to God, believe in God, genuinely, truly, without an agenda, and give it over to God. And that's it. I don't come with no conditions. I don't come, like the devil does with a contract for your soul. None of that. I want to see people like him do well, and I want to see people like him have an actual fighting chance at making it. You know what I mean? That's what I do for people. I would love to see that for him, despite whatever his issue is. So, no, I think you have a gift with talking. I think that you want to be a businessman. And the way that you talk and the things that you talk about lately, some of what I heard I actually like because it's geared towards what I'm doing. So, I mean, I don't know. To me, it looks like he's trying his best to change his act a little bit and change his tune. So that's good, right? I'm not against it. No, I'm offering you opportunity. So you could be the mouthpiece, and then you'd have the perfect job, Rob Wack. You'd be able to holler at all the women you want. You'd have women clients, right? Because we're going to be land grabbing. We're going to be doing real estate, Christina and I. We're going to be busy all the time. So I'm not going to worry about you and your connection with the red triangles. I'm just going to say, here's the job. And that's the only thing stopping me from offering it to you. So you would have to completely separate yourself and tell them all off publicly and say, all y'all can get the hell away from me. This dude's offering me a real opportunity and he's going to have real money. It's up to you, man. But I don't want to have to worry about you're a spy for the red triangles for an underground illegal organization. I cannot be worrying about that. So it's up to you. If you want to get your act together and demonstrate that publicly completely without this acting and hypocrisy, if you want to really do that, there's a chance that I could put you on and offer you an opportunity. If not, I could still help you to an extent, but there's only so much I can do for you because I'm not going to be around anybody that talks to the red triangle. Hold on. It's just that simple. I'm not going to do it. So, I don't know. Think about it, consider it. Think about it while you're drinking because that's all he does. Do what you're going to do. But yeah, I'm offering you a real opportunity. You could be a spokesperson for Snead Enterprises. And as I'm saying it, I'm seeing it like I don't think it could happen because of his affiliations, but you never know. I don't know. I mean, either way, I would try to see if I could help people like that, get them in a better position. But I mean, it just seems like that's the type of job that you want. And I mean, then you would have your job. That's it. You holler at all the women you want. You'd have women clients. You'd be trying to basically, my company, Snead Enterprises, will be acquiring assets and equity nonstop. So we're talking about making money. We'll have licenses and certifications for everything. We'd probably be buying and selling jewelry, all that. We'd be doing e-commerce, clothing lines. I already have the clothing line ideas all set up from the past. I can bring back, and I'd extend and build a whole new clothing line. One of them is the Tycoon clothing line, and I have the logo already and all that. So, I mean, that's all you'd be doing is dealing with clients and dealing with people, and you'd be my little promoter at the street level to promote and do what we need done. You just got to be about your job and about your business. You'll make good money. You'll be good. You'll be set, and you'll be able to, get what you want and do what you want, and you'll be happy with your job. But I'm just saying, people like that, anybody who has any kind of gift with talking at all, I can offer you an opportunity. We're going to be living better than the Wolf of Wall Street film. Better. So, I mean, you'd have everything you need, but I'm only going to give this to select people. When God said, build my kingdom, it has to be specific people. You never know. God works in mysterious ways. Maybe the dude is going to really turn himself over to God and give it all to God. Maybe he'll change. I don't know. I'm not against anyone. I believe in the grace of God for everyone and forgiveness. And I believe that no matter what sin you've committed or what you've done, I still believe in God's forgiveness and grace. I do. My God is a merciful God. He's a vengeful God, but he's also a merciful God. He's a good God. And that's the truth. He doesn't have an agenda. He's not evil. He's not out to mess people over. He just wants to love people and people to come to him. So when I speak, you can hear I don't have any agenda. There's nothing I can gain from Rob Wack. He doesn't have anything to offer me. I have no agenda. I'm literally just saying the truth. I'm trying to be nice and offer you an opportunity, just like I did Steve's, just like I did all these people, offered them record deals. They didn't want to take it. I mean, look at them now. They're still all struggling. Like, yeah, I'm struggling for the meanwhile, but I never was. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be a job you would love. And like I said, that's what Snead Enterprises is going to be doing, acquiring land, estates, mansions, homes. Digital real estate we'll be doing. I'm going to teach that to Christina. We already talked about it, and I told her. What else? Buying, selling jewelry, clothing line, clothes, pretty much every asset you can think of. Websites, right? So everything in this company will just get richer and richer and richer to the point that we own everything, and then we'll be buying out whole companies and doing company mergers if we want on the side. Though I'm going to have the record label Cash Spain be built. There's going to be different divisions, north, south, east, west divisions, just like G-Unit tried to do, and they kind of failed. None of that stuff ever worked or took off. We're going to do the real thing that these Masons couldn't even do with their Mason budgeting money that's not theirs, that came from the government. We're going to do it off independent capital. I know business models too well. I'm too good of a businessman. I can build a business out of nothing. I've done it. I've done it online. That's what these people don't get. I've built businesses out of nothing in times of need like this. I just did it again with this. So no, I'm succeeding. I'm building everything out of nothing. That's why I'm an alchemist. That's what an alchemist does. And then, like I said, we could sell scooters, e-bikes if we want. I think I'm going to stay away from that, but we'll definitely collect them for me to use. Motorcycles for me. as Batman. We'll be building bat pods, tumblers, probably build our own customized vehicles. You could potentially be a part of a huge vehicle company as well. We can build vehicles and compete with Tesla and all of them, and not only compete, but literally like defeat the competition and put them out of business. Yeah. I'm going to take the classes for metal shaping so I can build the prototypes for the vehicles. I'm going to figure out mechanics and have mechanics that work for me that can build the engines quickly. And we're just like, I can get where I can mass produce vehicles quick with the right budget. $6.8 million. You think I can't build I can build an entire fleet of vehicles and start a company. And you don't even have to do that to run a company. You need like one working vehicle. Look at this nonsense. You need like one working vehicle for prototype stages to test in front of the people. And that's about it. If you could do that, like Nikola was trying to do back in the day that I was invested in, and KLA, they were a good stock at the time, but they just never really succeeded, right? I was eyeing a couple of different stocks at that time, and I chose the one I chose, which was, well, I'm not even going to say, some of these people know, but it's none of your business. But the point is, I'm in the middle of that stock settlement lawsuit. They're going to have to pay me something. Okay, so I mean, I'm going to have money coming from every direction. It's just they're taking their sweet time to give it to me because they don't want me to take off. They probably already have it all. They just don't want to give it to me because they know who I am, and they're listening, and they're going, man, the minute we give this dude any of his money, he's going to take everything over. He already did with nothing. Look at what he'll do with money. So, you know, basically, I'm a machine that can't be stopped in a system, and it's all in my brain and my mind. I'm unstoppable. Christina and I are going to have food trucks. We're going to have catering. We're going to have a restaurant. It's going to turn into a chain. Our restaurant's going to be a chain. I look to have this chain be bigger than McDonald's across every country. You want a job in a diner like that, Rob Wack? I can have a job like that for you. You can wear a little top hat, right? You can wear a top hat. You can wear a bib if you like, right? Since you're such a baby half the time. For real. But my whole point is, you could wear a bib, you could wear those little top hats. We'll probably have little top hats like they have in those diners, you know, the little cardboard white cutout hats. You can wear one of those and you can serve people if you want. You can make burgers, cook all day. You'll have access to food. I got all sorts of jobs for you in the future, Rob Wack. It's all up to you. And I'm not being sarcastic. It's just my sense of humor, Rob Wack. So again, if you want to work, if you want to talk, we're going to need some talkers, Rob Wack. All right. You understand? But you just can't be dealing with red triangles. You bring me any bit of their nonsense towards me and you will lose your job immediately. Okay. And that's it. And you know, you'll just have to go your own way, and that's all. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's never hard feelings. It's just real people operate a certain way. That's why these people should really stop talking, because every time you talk anything you're involved in, I'm getting away from. So, I mean, stop acting like you're involved in things. You're a million miles away. I don't know you. Feel me? So yeah, like I said, I don't play like that. These people know what it is. It is what it is, man. Feel me? So at the end of the day, I mean, as far as the website, like I said, it's valued at like $1,747, almost 2 G's, like I told you. That's what I saw last was the estimate, right? So somebody has to donate to me. You need to donate a substantial amount. Matter of fact, there should be like a, you know, like a prepayment, because, you know, since y'all want to do whatever you want, I'm gonna do whatever I want to make my own rules. So if you want to buy my domain name, I'm gonna say to do so, since all y'all act like you got money and you want to talk down on real money and wealth, there's gonna be a fee of $200, right? That's only fair. It's my site. I can do what I want, right? So I need $200 donated to me, to whoever has money like that and thinks that they're going to buy my website. So if you donate $200, you leave your email and just say, I want to buy this site. That's all you got to do. Or just leave your email is good enough. And I'll know that it's for the site if it's 200. But that's all I'll accept, because that's what's fair. You understand? So like I said, that'll just be your donation, right? That's considered gratuity, I guess, or whatever, right? And then basically I'll contact you. I'll list it for sale, and I'll tell you, hey, it's listed. You can go buy it right now at the price I deem, right? Which should be, you know, $1,747. If I can, I would like to sell it for $2,000, but I have to see if it lets me. So the highest it'll go is 2 G's. It's a worldwide website. you'd have access to worldwide marketing, and it goes worldwide every time I release it. So you could sell any kind of e-commerce, commercial product, anything you want, you could launch worldwide with my site. That's how powerful it is. So I have a digital asset here that it's worth more than 2Gs. It's worth a lot. I'm actually settling and being nice, but 2Gs about, or 1,747 at least, would be enough money for me to get this off the ground and get out of here and make a trip and try to build from scratch somewhere else, and hopefully my bat suit so I can be Batman somewhere else and try to start building this, or go build somewhere first, get the prototype stage done, and then come back and pick up the steel armor and go be Batman somewhere while I'm waiting for Christina and everything to come together, right? For her to get over here with me. So, I mean, and that's even if that, I mean, I could just use the money and chill for a while, but I need a vacation at least. I need to get out of here, man. I'm tired of this. There ain't nothing here. Nobody's helping. Nobody's doing nothing for me. I'm sick of being treated like this. It's just unbelievable. Like I said, there's good things here because of my hard work and what I own and have and all the hard work I've done. But other than that, everybody, I mean, they suck. You know, like they're not good people. They don't want to see me win, you know? So, I mean, for me, I mean, like I said, that's all you got to do. But that's the only way I'm selling it. And that's because of you all. Like I said, just like everything is, because y'all were trying to buy my website. Remember, they had that troll, that one weird dude that was trying to say he's me using my name. That's also federal prison time. Oh, yeah, I got to include him, but I don't know his name yet. But I'll find out. I'll find out his legal name, and he'll be part of the federal indictment. So you got that to worry about too, brother. And that's prison time, serious federal prison time, what you did and the things you said to me. But, you know, that's gang stalking for like 2 decades, bro. That's ridiculous. You know, so these fools don't understand what they've done is going to land them in prison, guaranteed. They're not too bright. They're not the brightest crayon in the box. So again, for me, like I said, I mean, how do I put it? I mean, that's it. I mean, right. They were trying to play games and take my site. Bro, this dude actually bought the site at one point. You were trying to talk down. You said it was worth $10. The thing is worth 1,747. That's just estimated right now, meaning it's actually worth like 5-10 times that. That's the truth. So, I mean, you had an asset that you literally stole from me publicly, right? Which is a crime, right? I mean, and you're stalking me to do it. That's why it's a crime. And you purchased an asset that would have been worth a lot had you been able to keep it. But because you're so poor, sir, you couldn't afford to keep making the payments. So I grabbed it back. I found when you were off guard, just like you tried to do me, and I bought my site back. So now I have this digital asset. It's good till like October something. So I still got plenty of time right now to get that $21 and some change or whatever they charge and pay it. Right. So I'm all right on that because I paid it when I was in that church thing this last year when we were over there in Kentucky. Remember, that's why it was so important. That's why I was losing it flipping, because it's a big deal. It took a lot of work to create and make, and I'm not going to just lose it. You understand? And now I think in order for you to buy it, I don't think none of you can afford it because it's too expensive now, I think. You know, even if they list it cheap, like 100 something, I don't even think y'all have that or can pay that, you know? So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the value. Anybody who wants to buy it, like I said, it just proves all you folks that have been trying to talk money with me, you have none. You can go to that Cash App right now. You have a PayPal and a Venmo. Send $200 and put your email, and I'll know that that's for the website. I will go immediately. I'll contact you. I'll try to list the site for sale. I have to figure it out on the website how to do it. The minute I get it for sale, I'll tell you. You'll have it access for you to buy it, and you just go purchase it, and then the transaction's complete, right? And then that's it. And then you have my site, TyreSneed.com, will be your domain. You'll own it, right? And then I'll have my $200 donation from whoever, right? And that's just to prove that you have some money. Hey, every company does it. Every business does it. I should do it too. And I should charge you more, but I'm being nice. So, because it's a huge digital asset. I mean, this thing could be worth millions in the future, and it probably will be. So, I mean, like I said, what you're looking at is a huge opportunity. And I want y'all to notice all these folks on YouTube, they have no money. Nobody's going to do it because they're all poor. And they're not businessmen or businesswomen. They don't know a business move when they see it. So if all y'all want to act like you're talking down and you've done this and that, you didn't do nothing. If y'all want, any of y'all in society want to act like you have money, go buy that site. That's all you got to do. $200 to the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, right? I'll list it for sale for you. You buy it, and then hey, that'll put me at least at what? I'd have $1,947. That's almost $2,000. Come on, dog. You feel me? That'd be awesome. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, you might want to do it and jump on it now before I, start pressing it more and say I want 250 first as a donation, but hey, this is my company, my website. I could do what I want. Like, nah, I want to see somebody prove that they have money first. If you don't have money, I'm not going to list it for sale because you're wasting my time. See, this is why we have to do these things, because these people are always doing legal things. See my point? So everything you do, it's going to help me. Feel me? I'm a businessman, man. I'm a ruthless one at that. So like I said, just understand I own actual digital assets. And this is what Sneed Enterprises is going to specify in. Hold on. So yeah, like I said, that's what it is. $200 to the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Leave your email. I will know it's for the site. I'll go to the site. I'll try to figure out how to list it for sale. We will do the transaction regardless. We'll figure it out. And that's it. You understand? So it's all guaranteed. But like I said, I need people to donate and do their part and prove that you got the bread to buy it. Feel me? That's it. And then right there, boom, bada bing, I'd have almost $2,000 in my pocket, and I can get this show on the road, and I can expand this business, and I'd have money to go eat where I want and do what I want and be happy and enjoy my life. You feel me? That's all I really need, about at least 2 G's. I mean, it's not all I need. I need a lot more, but I'm just saying for now, it would give me enough where I could try, and real talk. I mean, being smart, honestly, yeah, no, I'd have to go to another city that I don't live in or state even, and I'd try to start somewhere new, and I'd probably have to go to a shelter, and I would just act like I didn't have nothing while I had that money, and I would just build everything from scratch. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I mean, I could move around, I could travel, I could figure out, I could get all the way back and pick up the armor or whatever at some point. Maybe someone could give me a ride and help me pick it up. And, if I get a spot or a couch somewhere to start this, I need somewhere to run it. I got to have somewhere to run this project as Batman. That's all I need. Anyone can open their door to me and have a heart and soul in the valley anywhere and say, in Brownsville, whatever. All you have to do is say, yo, here's a couch, here's your own room. You don't got to pay me nothing. Here you go. You know what I mean? Here's a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Here's food, whatever. That's all I need. And you can go ahead and do your Batman thing every day and just build from here on out. That's what I need. I need that seriously from the bottom of my heart, from the grace of God. I need God to provide that for me. That's the only way, is with some money, some real money, that I'm going to get where I need to go. So here I am again doing it myself. I bought all this myself. That's my digital asset. I built it. I own it. I paid cash. I worked hard for it. Okay. And no, I'm not asking anyone for anything. Never have. I'm telling people that they need to donate and do their part. And like I said, I'm here trying to market and hopefully sell a digital asset that's worth a lot. And I mean, in the future, it's going to be worth millions, because you already see how big my name is getting, and I could turn that into the Batman promotion site. I can literally release the videos of the Batman stuff I do straight to that site if I want. I don't even have to go through YouTube or any other company. Sneed Enterprises is going to be a conglomerate. We're going to be doing digital media as well, everything. So y'all just got to pay attention. The man is making more business moves, real ones, in front of your face that are always above your level. So like I said, you're going to see, I'm telling you, these people don't have money. So why would you say any of that to me if it wasn't real? Exactly. It's just $200, bro. All you got to do is donate that, and then, have your 1,747 or $2,000 to get ready. Like I said, if I can, I'm going to sell it at 2 G's. So be prepared and have that. And if not, I'll sell it at that listed price, $1,747. And that's it. And you just go buy it, and the site is yours. And then I'll have money. I can transfer it, have my bread. And, I'd probably, like I said, immediately as soon as the money settles and comes to me, I'd probably take a trip and get this show on the road and figure out how I'm going to start building more money, find me work wherever, and just start from scratch and build and get all this running where I can, take over the streets as Batman somewhere else. All right. So like I said, we try to make business moves over here. Y'all claim that you about business and you know something. Well, let's see it. It's the same thing that happened in the jewelry market. I had to lower prices in my inventory and get cheap stuff that y'all call fake when no jewelry is fake. Any jewelry can make money. And the stuff you call fake sells better and easier than the stuff that's expensive that you consider real because of a fake little diamond tester. Now they use moissanite. They don't even use diamonds. All y'all's jewelry fake. Every rapper, all y'all. So don't tell me nothing, bro. All my jewelry is real. 530 on my wrist, got you pissed still. Like I said, I got all the equity, all the assets. I'm the only self-made trillionaire ever existed. Catch up, learn from me. All right. That's it. Easy. Donate that money. And all y'all can donate and come up off some bread. Easy.